All right, what's up, y'all? It is tournament morning at the Frozen Open, and I got Cody with me.
Hey.
We got our Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
Got to have the good breakfast.
I'm tired.
Got to have the good breakfast to start. Cody's tired. I'm tired, but tournament day, ready to go, and let's see how it goes. All right, we got our TD here. William Holt. How's it going?
I don't know. I'm tired. I'm going to sleep, bro.
He's running the tournament.
Lost the phone. Got you.
We got Jamie Keefe here.
What up? Oh.
We got Disc Golf America's mobile shop set up. Is that
Grant's lost disc.
Oh, he needs that.
He needs this. So.
What hole's he starting on?
I don't remember. I'm calling the Joker. Call Grant.
Put him on speaker for us.
He's on hole 4.
That's he's right over there.
Yes.
Where you at, bro?
I'm like right here.
You missing something?
PA1, Disc Golf America.
Maybe.
There he is.
We found him.
What's up, cutie?
Hey Grant, what do we have here?
We're gonna return this to his lonely owner.
We have all of our great sponsors frisbees that
We do.
everyone should go buy.
Ooh.
At
Who is it?
discgolfamerica.com. Use code FOLSOME114882 at checkout to get 10% off.
He
If you
who
need-
edits has the last word.
No,
if
don't
you
use
need,
trues.
if you need to know how to spell it, Grant, turn around. That's how you spell Folsom.
One.
Alright y'all, what's up? I'm here today to talk about the Frozen Open at Fulwood. I didn't come into this event expecting for this to happen, but I was able to pull out the win, so let's break it down real quick. Alrighty, so this tournament was at Fulwood Park in Tifton, Georgia, and it's a course about 15 minutes from where I went to high school at, so I've gotten a lot of rounds out there back when I was nowhere near as good of a player as I am now, so it kind of had a second home course type feel for me, and I just came into this tournament feeling good, but I was going up against some great competition, so I wasn't really expecting to win. I was hoping I was going to be able to compete for it, but all in all, I was not expecting to actually be able to do it. Jamie Keefe is 1015 rated for a reason. I have never shot around over 1015, so yet at least. But ratings are something that matter but don't. So starting on hole 2, I'm going to go ahead and apologize that all the pictures I took were motion pictures and I didn't realize it. So I don't know how that's going to transfer to my computer whenever I move them off of my phone. But I will see what I can do. I'm not sure if I'll have pictures in this or not yet while I'm filming this, but you'll know if I have pictures showing up or not. Alright, I started the tournament out on hole 2, about a 270-foot hole. Had to hit a gap off the tee and let it fade a little left. I got the birdie there. Hole 3, a little turnover shot, about 240 feet. I got birdie there. Hole 4 is one of the tougher holes on the course. It's about 330. Got to hit a pretty, not tight, but it's a small gap considering the length of the hole in comparison to the rest of the course. That did not hit, but was able to scramble for my par. Then I kind of went on a heater. Hole 5 is a dogleg left par 4 around 450 feet, and hole 6 is a 300-foot par 3. 7's similar to hole 2, kind of little putter shot. Par 3, 230, 240. Hole 8 is just a dead straight putter shot, about 270. Hole 9 is another dead straight shot, about 220. And hole 10 is a 300-foot hole that I was throwing an H1 skip shot on. I birdied all of those. So I started out 9 under through 10, and at that point I had a 2-stroke lead, which 9 under through 10 only having a 2-stroke lead, you know you have to get birdies at this course, and that's what Fulwood is. It's a birdie fest. Hole 12, it's a new tee pad. It's in a par 4 that I've only played like twice, so I didn't know this hole as well as the rest of the course and just didn't throw the best shots on it. Took a par on it. Hole 13 is about 300-foot downhill par 3. I was throwing an H1 in this round. It's basically a skip shot kind of that I was just going a little fast on and yanked it a little bit. Took a 3 there. Hole 14 is an uphill dog leg left. It's kind of tricky because you either can go with the natural hyzer to get from the tee to the pad, or from the tee to the pin, excuse me, you are basically going through a huge tree. So you either go over the tree or under the tree. I was trying to skip it under the tree, but you're also going uphill. So I didn't get the skip I wanted. Took a par there. Hole 15 is a kind of sawed-off forehand. I absolutely parked that one on 82. Hole 16 is about 293 to 300 foot putter shot, a little downhill. I turned mine over a little bit and took a 3 there. 17 is about 220. You got to cross a creek right at the pin, but there's nothing really in the way, so I took a 2 there. Hole 18, there is an OB creek to the left of the pin, so I was throwing an A2 forehand. It's about 240 foot hole, and I let it go a little further left than I wanted to, and it hit the bank right next to the pin and then rolled back into the creek. I was able to take a par, so that was nice. Then there were 2 temp holes set up for this tournament to fit the extra players, both about 190 to 210 feet, something like that. And hole 19, I missed the gap and took a par. Hole 20, I hit the gap, but I missed a putt and took a par. And that was my first missed putt of the day, which was pretty unfortunate, but I can't expect to be perfect. Then hole 1, it's kind of the easiest hole on the course. I mean, there's other holes that are technically kind of easier, but hole 1 is just a it's not dead straight. It's a perfect hyzer with a putter, about 200 feet, and I hit a tree right off the tee. That rhymed. And I missed an 18-foot par putt and took a 4, which was really frustrating to finish the round on because I had the lead going into that hole. I was 11 under par, and I was kind of hoping to chalk it up as another birdie and finish 12 under and have a nice, well, I guess I'd only have a 1-stroke lead, but I was going to have the lead going into the second round, and I fell from the lead back to 1 back, and super frustrated. Hole that I birdie literally like 80% of the time, taking a 4 on in the tournament. Not ideal, especially on a course where you don't want to take any bogeys and it's a birdie fest from start to finish. But I was still there. I was still there on lead card. It was a tight battle, and nobody played perfect, but we were all close. Alright, time for round 2. So after round 1, I am sitting at 10 under par, 1 back from the lead, in a 3-way tie for second. I start off with a par on hole 1 after a missed putt from inside the bushes there past the pin. It's an improvement over the first round, but still not great to have that, or to go 1 over on that hole for the tournament. But Austin Gaither birdied it, and that tied him up with Adam Halford, and then left Jamie Keep and I in a tie for third. Then hole 2, I threw about 50 feet past the pin, but made the putt coming back to jump into my tie for second as Austin birdied to take the lead by himself. Then hole 3, Austin and I both birdied that one, and so now we are solo first and second, and I think, let's see, that put us at 13, 12, 11, and 10 down between Austin, myself, Adam, and Jamie. Hole 4, I threw a much better shot than round 1. I put my Young's 3 edge circle and missed the putt. Hole 5, I got the birdie there. Hole 6, I also got the birdie there. Hole 7, I missed my line completely, but got lucky and made it to a jump putt approach range and got up and down for par there. Hole 8, I missed a par putt there. Oh no, I didn't. I did not miss a par putt. I missed a birdie putt on hole 8. My bad. So after that, let's see. Let me count some scores real quick. So at this point, Austin has birdied 7 and 8 while I took my pars, because I did not mention, but I tied Austin up with my birdie on hole 6. Then Austin comes back and birdies. Austin and Jamie both birdied 7 and 8. And so going into hole 9, Austin had myself by 2 and I had Jamie by 1. Hole 9, Austin doesn't throw a great drive, and I was kind of chalking it up as I was going to gain a stroke on him, but what Austin does is hit big putts right when you think you might get a stroke on him, and that's exactly what he did. So the 3 of us all birdied there. Hole 10, we all parred. Hole 11, we all birdied. Hole 12, Austin went out of bounds, and coming into this hole, I was in a weird spot because I was close, but I didn't feel like I was in control, and I definitely wasn't. Austin went OB, Jamie got the birdie, I took a par, so now I'm one behind. Jamie and I are both one behind Austin. Hole 13, we all birdied. Hole 14, I don't remember anything about how this happened, but Austin took a bogey, and Jamie and I both parred. Hole 15, we all birdied. So going into hole 16, we are all sitting at 17 under par for the tournament. Then on hole 16, I made a correction off of my first round. First round, I flipped my putter over. Second round, I threw a little bit more overstable, a little bit lower line drive. But I pulled it a little bit to the right and hit the bushes that are about 50 feet in front of the pin. Jamie was way deep right, and Austin was a little deep himself. I hit about a 50-footer to get a 2 on that hole. Jamie missed his birdie putt, and Austin 3-putted, which was rough to watch. Really hated seeing that because Austin's one of my good friends. And at this point, I have Jamie by 1 at 18 under par, Jamie's at 17, and Austin's at 16. Hole 17, we all birdied. Hole 18, Austin and I birdied. So now, with 2 holes to go, I have 2 strokes on both of them. After hole 16, I took the lead. I was like, wait, is this really happening? Then I was able to just calm myself down because I was pretty nervous. I don't remember the last time I was that nervous. Hole 17, I was able, like, I felt like I was going to pass out of nerves, honestly. But I was able to fight through it and get the putts in the basket. And hole 17 and 18 both, I had about 20 footers at OB Creek behind it, and I made both of them, and that felt really good. Then hole 19, I missed my gap, and so I went into the final hole with only 1 stroke. Austin steps up first, and because Austin and Jamie both birdied 19, I forgot to mention that. They both step up, and Austin hits a tree on the right, and Jamie hits a tree on the left, and so at this point, all I know that unless they each hit like an 80 to 100 footer, all I needed was a par, and I could win. So I just stepped up and told myself, if you hit this gap, you win for sure, because I could lay up, or at the very least, I wanted to have a putt in case one of them was able to drain theirs. So I was able to do that, and I was about an inch from taking CTP. One of the best feelings I've had on a disc golf course in a long, long time. Like, I honestly don't remember a better feeling than knowing what had just happened and knowing I didn't have to hit a putt to win it. Just had to drop in to win by 2, which was an incredible feeling. Round ratings were kind of crap at this tournament, honestly, because of how easy the course was. So my 10 and 12 down for 20 holes each round was only 979 and 997, but that's just how it goes. Like, those felt like okay rounds. I could have definitely shot better in both of them, but it was enough, and I wasn't expecting 2200 to take this one down, but hey, a win's a win, and I will take it, obviously. I have my trophy right here. See, this is a nice trophy from Falling Putt. And I also figured that while I'm at it, and with how simple the course was, I will do a little in the bag of all the discs that I threw at this tournament. I've been putting with these pink P Model S's for about 2 months now, and I'm really liking them. I like every P Model S, but I don't know, I just like pink for some reason. Here is the Duraflex Glow P Model S that has been in my bag since I got it. It was the first Duraflex P Model that I got. It's kind of concave now, actually, which is pretty interesting, but it's nice and flippy. It was probably my most used disc this whole weekend with how many short holes there were, that I just wanted to throw a soft little putter that's going to go dead straight or flip a little bit. And it was the disc that I got the tournament ceiling birdie with. My next step up, more stable P Model S is this blue one. It's the one that I threw on the hole where I took the lead for good on hole 16, and I threw it for any of the other shots that I wanted to just have it go straight and just finish soft on a little slight hyzer. Then my most overstable P Model S, I didn't throw this as much as either of the other two, but I threw it on some pretty important shots and it got me some birdies. That was nice. I only threw this PA1 like 3 times, but it's a really pretty 500 plastic step-up Paiute one, and it worked when I needed it to. I threw these two A2s. I only really threw the orange one because I don't really mark discs in the fairway very often, so on hole 5, the dogleg left par 4, I was throwing this one off the tee. I threw this off of hole 5, hole 11, hole 13, hole 18. I feel like one more, but I don't remember. Anyways, I threw this A2 off several tees and only threw this one on the forehand approach shot on hole 5. I threw both of these MX3s. This is the one I was throwing on, or it's upside down. This is the one I was throwing on hole 4. It's pretty straight overall with a slight bit of turn and not a lot of fade, so it's nice for just little hyzer flips that I could just get to go ride dead straight with a ton of glide and go pretty far. Then this is the one that I was throwing on hole 6. It's a little bit more stable, and I was throwing it on a little forced over flex shot. I do not throw a bunch of mid-ranges, because especially on a course where I'm able to lean on my putter game a lot, because I love throwing putters. Then the only discs faster than the NX3 that I threw all weekend, I threw this FX2 one time on hole 12, that par 4 that I had a pretty bad drive on in the second round. So the way this hole is, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have pictures up here or not. But the way the hole is that you go, you throw through a gap, and then you want to land around where the old tee was. I landed about 100 feet behind the old tee and didn't really know what to throw. So with it being uphill, I was trying to throw this on a little bit of an ante and let it come over and then skip and go up, but it didn't execute perfectly and took a par. And then I threw this 400. Oops. Anyways, I threw this 400 H1 on, let's see, holes. I know I threw it on 13 in the first round. I also threw it on hole 10 both rounds and hole 14 both rounds. So this is very overstable, just not a lot of glide or anything. That's all I threw. I also had a more overstable FX2 in the bag, an F1. I might have thrown this on hole 10 if I was feeling it. I tried it in warm up and just didn't. A flippy H3, just nice to have something like this because I didn't have anything else like this in the bag, just in case I found a spot where I might need it on hole 12. And then I had a D1 and a D2 if I had decided to throw forehands on hole 4. I practiced that in warming up because I had not played this course in about a month and a half before the tournament, but I tried it out in the morning and decided to go with backhands. So that's about all I got. If you're still here, thank you for watching, and I'm gonna send it over to my awards speech. Peace out. Have a good one, y'all.
League goes panning out 5 spots today. And,
Thanks.
Bryce and Dax. How are we going to figure that? Y'all
We'll figure it out.
Alright. Alright, tied for 5th.
See, then we
Dax,
can get that last
Fritz,
trophy.
and Bryce Carlton.
Huh? Yeah. I was just gonna hold it in his face and then.
I'll let y'all figure it out.
Alright.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
I was like, I feel like
Good job, Eli.
y'all get, yeah, good job, Eli. Eli.
Alright, 4th place, $180. Adam Halford.
Yeah.
Alright. A tie for 2nd. I'm just gonna let y'all split this. Jamie Keep and Austin Gaither.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah.
Alright, for first place, $230 and a trophy. This dude should have won a long time ago.
Yes, he should have.
Yeah,
Woo! Good boy, Drew. Speech. Woohoo!
Good. First of all, thank God for letting me play this game. I love it. Getting all over the place and playing every weekend. I love it. Thank Prodigy Disc for sponsoring me, and also me with Disc Off America. Hey! And thanks Will for running the tournament. It was awesome.
Nice playing, Drew.
Move up! Thank you all for coming.
Nice job, buddy.
Please
Thank
travel
you.
home
Good, buddy.
safe.